Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons Seregen campaign. As always, I'm your host, the Wombat of DM, and we have five fellows feasting before you. Let's let them introduce themselves, and then I'll tell you what happened last time.
I'm the Banewall. I'm currently feasting on pizza, because, that's a cool thing for D&D. And I am Belzian Gilkis, the half-elf monk, who's about to launch several punches. Spoiler.
I'm Amadeus. I'm playing Roger Mays, the Wood Elf Assassin. Wood Elf Assassin? Stay tuned to find out.
Shade, I'm playing Ulrich, the human paladin, feasting on chicken and mashed potatoes.
I am Yarvik, I'm Jaeger. I play Yarvik Bensonbringer, the Halfling Ranger, and I just finished feasting on homemade crits and fried chicken.
Crazy. I'm Atomic. I play Zippo, the Kobold Sorcerer. I also just finished eating chicken rings and fish wrap.
I feel left out of the
Chicken,
food.
it's what's
I have
for dinner.
no what. That's chicken egg.
It's D&D night, so of course it's chicken night. That's the tradition. At least here it is.
I did get a chicken pizza for good measure.
I had chicken salad, Chipotle chicken salad. So it was tasty, but filling. I'm just going to do a quick sound check for myself. And could everybody else speak as well?
Speak.
As well.
Testing.
Words.
Testing. 1.
Okay, we need to turn everybody up. All right, let's try that again.
Again.
You turned us up, so you want us to whisper now, right? Hello.
There we go. All right, much better.
Testing. 1, 1, 1.
All right. So let's talk about what happened last time. The group kind of circumnavigated the river where they saw ships sailing around the bend and tried to stay out of sight and managed to not draw attention to themselves for once. And the ships sailed south down the river.
Bye, ship.
Over the course of a couple days of travel, Ulrich realized that he had looted the Baroness's body, but not investigated what he had looted. So he pulled that out and found that he had something called a marsupium, marsupialis. I think it was marsupialis. I'll just double check that. But either way, when he activated it, it looked like the inside of a bag. When he was looking through, it was about the size of a hand. And he could kind of stick his hand through and poke at things. And he found that he was talking to the person who was holding another one of these objects in a completely different location. And it turned out to be Gormier, a current NPC, but a previous PC of the group that Shade played back when Ulrich was captured by giants way long time ago. And so now Gormier has kind of, sort of, slightly reunited with the group, at least wirelessly. So we'll see what kind of shenanigans the group comes up with to circumnavigate things and processes with that object. But I look forward to seeing how creative they get with that. On the other hand, while the group was resting for the night more recently, they were attacked during First Watch by this creature that we are in combat with still. I think we've only had 1 or 2 rounds. And this creature, just to describe it briefly, is monstrous, has giant grasping claws, kind of like a turtle-ish looking head, maybe. It just looks inhuman. and then it has several other mouths on its chest. So it's not the most pleasant of creatures. And that we are locked in combat with the thing. It is afraid of Ulrich through one of Ulrich's effects. Last time, Zippo tried to turn it into a kitten, but the spell that Ulrich had on it damaged the creature enough that it turned back into the creature. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Oh, and it has this effect on it where if you start your round within 20 feet of it, you've got to make a save. So that's fun.
Yep. But if you're within 15 feet of me, you can't be afeared.
Yep, that's correct.
So this creature, I think we got through 2 rounds because Zippo is pretty far away at this point.
Yeah, I think it was 2. Yes.
I think one of them was kind of like half the party was still asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Semi-surprise round.
Excuse me. So I think I have 8 more rounds of this thing. It's my channel divinity. So on a failed save, it's scared or frightened of me for minutes. It can make a DC 17 Wisdom save. At the end of each of its at the end of each of its turns.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And
So-
while it's go ahead.
So it did go last. Do we know if we had it do
We
a
did.
save?
Yes.
Okay.
Which
all right.
is why I'm going to be doing bestow.
Correct,
curse.
yes, yeah.
So, in addition to that save, because it's within my aura of conquest, as long as it's within 10 feet of me and frightened, it is unable to move. And it takes psychic damage equal to half my paladin level, so 5 at the start of its turn. And if it starts my turn there, since it can't move, it's got to start its turn there. All of that is to say that I would love for it to... I'm going to touch it,
Okay, so-
and I need to make it... Oh,
Since it's the start of your turn and you're starting within 20 feet of it, and you can hear it, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
okay. How does a 22 sound?
22 sounds great. All right. Now you
Great.
touch me.
Yes, I touch you. And in doing that, I cast Bestow Curse. I need a Wisdom save DC 17, please.
Okay. I'm going to do a counterspell.
Ooh. It's only a 2nd level, so it's going to immediately
I counterspell his counterspell.
All right. So roll to try and counterspell it.
I cast it at 4th level.
Okay.
It is higher than cast than mine.
I guess I do have to choose that, don't I?
Yeah.
So I would have cast it at level 3. Let's see. Let me look here. No, I would have cast it at level 4 probably because I was trying to remember which level it was where you'd have to make a save. So he cast it at level 4. So let's.
Yep.
see
So
what
when you
your
cast
roll
a
is.
spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect if its level is less than or equal to the level of spell slot you use. So my counterspell counterspells his counterspell.
So you need to roll 14 or higher.
No, I don't
right?
have to roll.
What
I
was
don't
that?
have to roll. We're the same level. We cast them at the same level, so we don't
higher.
have
Oh, I
to roll.
For the roll.
I see. 4th level or higher makes a. Well, so creature casting is 3rd level or lower, its spell fails and has no effect. If the casting spell is a 4th level or higher than Elfar, makes a charisma check equal to on a success. So when less than interesting. So I don't have that at higher levels portion at the bottom there in my description for my creature.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect if the level is less than or equal to the level of the spell slot you used. All right. Well, if you're using that 4th level, I don't mind using up one of your slots. That's fine with me. All right. So you are casting. You are successfully casting Bestow Curse.
Yes. Well, I'm casting it. Yeah, it still needs to save, but I will go ahead and tell you what I'm doing with it.
Okay.
When I cast this spell, choose the nature of the curse from the following options. Choose one ability score. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score. Which is the one I would like, and it's going to be Wisdom.
All right.
Is
So
the ability
I'm rolling
score.
a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
All right.
DC 17.
I do have advantage on this.
Mm-hmm. But if it fails it, going forward, you'll only have regular roll.
I got a 21.
Damn. Can't do anything about that. Because I'm a paladin and I don't have silvery barbs. So that is that. My bonus action. So I guess since I'm not... Oh, does that not require concentration to begin with anyway? Oh, no, it does. I guess since I'm not concentrating on that... No. Disregard, I forgot how that all works. I've got no bonus action because that was a leveled spell. And I've forgotten how 5e works. So that is my turn.
Okay. Belzian.
Ooh. Do I have to make a wisdom save
Yes, please.
at the top of the turn? 16.
If you're
Oh.
within 10 feet of me, I think it is, you get a bonus, but I don't know that you are.
Yes.
You are. So you get a bonus on your save. I think it's +5.
Neat.
Yep,
I
+5
always
to your
feel you make all of us so wise.
Very nice. All right, you succeed.
Okay, and I think I heard the monster used its reaction on a counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this changes things. So, Belzian's been awake for like 6 to 10 seconds, so he's just gonna start swinging. Ooh, and they're also gonna be stunning swingings, if that's possible. I don't know how to apply that on Roll20. Ooh, does a 21 or 23 hit?
Let's see. Does a 21 or a 23 hit, you said? They both
I guess
hit.
it would be both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat. Could you please make a con saving throw?
You got it.
DC 16.
And is this a spell?
It's the stunning strike, which I posted. If you hit with a attack, you can use key points to make a stun attempt.
Okay, so it's a special attack. It's not a magic attack.
Yeah, it says special. They're all special.
All right.
In our own ways, each of us are special.
Yes. Just remember, you're unique, just like everyone else.
It does fail.
Ooh, in the first one or the second one? I need to know how many key points I'm burning up here.
Say again?
On the first hit or the second hit? Because I need to know how many key
First
points
hit.
I'm burning. Okay. Neat. Well, then it's time for flurry of blows.
If it's stunned, so wouldn't you get another roll on your second hit then?
Yeah. It hit though, so I don't think re-rolling it at this point is necessary.
Yeah, that's fair.
True.
So, summarize the damage for me. So, the first hit was the 21. It does 8 bludgeoning. Second hit, 23, does 8 more. And then you do Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, which only did 10, because I think a 19 misses.
19 hits.
Neat. So 26 plus 12. 38.
38 damage?
Yeah.
All right. And this is all bludgeoning, correct?
It's very bludgeony.
Okay.
And that's Belzion's turn. He's just flailing wildly.
Cool. All right. Belzian flails at the beast until the end of his turn. It is now Yarvik.
Alright, first I'm gonna try to establish a little range here. So I'm gonna move up here.
So just to measure. Okay, you are out of range. You're good. Continue.
How do I grab my guy?
Let's just double check that you have power to grab. For some reason, there you go. Oh wait.
Nope.
Yeah, you should have power over it.
You just use the hand tool, right? Or do we use the
No,
the one above
the
it,
arrow.
select tool? Got it. Just gonna go up there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use some sharpshooter with standby. I'm going to use sharpshooter. I'm going to start with the green arrow, which is sonic damage. So that is a -5 to attack for a chance at +10 to hit, to damage if I hit. Wait, hang on a second. I can.
Reminder that it's stunned.
Does that change anything that I'm doing?
You get advantage.
Attack
on
rolls
attack
get
rolls.
advantage.
Oh, okay, so and advantage is you roll
You
to
roll
attack.
twice. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess 23.
So I see one has a -5 and the other one has a +10.
Oh, I might have clicked. Did I click the wrong thing? I meant it's the minus. I clicked the wrong thing the first time. I clicked the wrong B. There's two different. I clicked the wrong thing in the
Okay.
description.
So click the right thing a second time then. If you've got advantage.
There we
okay.
go. That's the
You miss.
Sorry, can I clarify something?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 5? What do you usually? This I'm really sorry to stop this, but I don't understand what's happening there.
So
what do you usually roll?
So it's. I'm
Yeah, it
clicking
does
the
look a
thing
little
that's in
wonky.
Beyond D&D, Beyond, and it says sharpshooter. So, before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5, and then there's the little click icon to apply this to the attack roll to add 10 to the attack's damage. -5 to the attack roll to add 10 to the attack's damage. It's using attack twice there, which doesn't make any sense. It should say
Right. I guess my thought is you don't have a +0 modifier, do you? Because what you've just rolled the 2 times there is 1d20 minus 5.
So it's just 1d20 minus 5.
So
11.
yeah, it's not adding your attack modifier at all. It's just taking the minus. So
Yeah, so I'm not gonna use the shortcut within Beyond D and Beyond.
that's fine.
I'm just all right. We're just
So
gonna,
when you shoot with your longbow, right? Or is it the short bow?
it's the short.
The short bow, right? So 13. So it would be a +8. So so your 11 would be a 19, and your -1 would be a 7.
So does
Something like that, right?
19? Does 19?
Actually, let me just double check that. So you rolled a 4. 4 plus 8 would be... Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Do you want to just scrap these?
No,
and,
no.
Or do you,
I mean, yeah, if you want to re-roll, that's fine. Just
I
for
will
clarity.
Yeah, and I will just do it the other way. I won't use the shortcut that's within the game. This is the first time I've tried to use this shortcut thing. Apparently, it's kind of broken.
It looks like there's a little bit more work that needs to be done on it. On your or their end, or both.
All I'm doing is clicking a button. So if
Yeah.
it's broken, it's Beyond D&D that's broken. Or the interface between Beyond D&D and Roll20. Something might not be picking something up. I don't know. First roll. Second.
Okay. Second hits.
To be now we're going to use that is the
So are you minusing 5 from those, or is this
those are
pre-5?
these are the rolls, and then we are minusing
Okay.
5.
So it would
from
be 10 and 20, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
Second one hits.
Got it. So we're going to be using the black arrow for 1d6 force damage on top of my regular attack roll.
And that's 1d6. What's that? Sonic?
So hang on just one second. Black was 1d6 force damage.
Force. That's right.
Yeah. And then that's plus 10. So this is the attack roll, and then add 10 to the attack roll because I hit with sharpshooter. So it's 9 plus 10 is 19. I'm getting ready to roll the sonic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Perfect.
there we go.
All right. Cool.
Second attack.
Are we minusing 5 to these, or are these just straight?
I'm sorry. That is sharpshooter for both attacks this round. Yes. So, 20. What is that?
22.
22. And then we're going to be using the green arrow for this will be bonus 1d8 sonic damage. So, but this is just the attack roll. Okay. 12 plus 10, so 22. All
right.
And then I can't, unfortunately, well, I'm done. I don't have any more actions anyway. Dark Vision is a touch spell, so I can't get to Ulrich to kind of touch him right now. So that's it.
All right. Sounds good. Roger.
Alrighty. Well, we are gonna shoot at this bad boy. And I should have Queen line of sight, and I do. Does a
Miss.
16 hit?
That's a miss.
Darn. Well, I'm going to move a little further away and be sad about my terrible dice rolling. And end my turn there.
Okay. Zippo.
Yes. I'm going to. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm gonna hit him with ye old psychic lance.
Okay. That's an intelligence saving
Intelligence save, yes. A lot of ones for damage. Very sad.
throw? What's the save DC?
17.
All right. It fails.
Nice. So it's taking 28 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Get in line. You said 28?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you're doing?
No, I'm pretty safe over here, so.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. I get to make a wisdom saving throw for your effect.
Sorry, it's at the end of your turn, though.
End of my turn.
You-
Well, I can't do
and
anything
you are-
else.
Yep, you're stunned. But before all that, you also take 5 psychic damage.
5 psychic. All right. Seems a paltry amount based off of what has already occurred, but I'll take it. Every little chip counts, right? Every tortilla chip.
Yep.
I can't take actions or reactions correct, Bane, but I can make saving throws that are not dexterity or strength. So since I can't move anyway because of Ulrich's effect, and I'm stunned and incapacitated, and yeah, that's it, right? I'm just stunned and incapacitated. I will make my wisdom saving throws.
Yes, please. DC 17.
Thank you. I made it.
Oof.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay. Well, sensing that while you are paralyzed, you don't seem to be trembling in fear anymore. Not paralyzed, but stunned. I'm going to cast Fear.
Okay.
And I need you to make a DC 17 Wisdom save. I'm projecting a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone. I'm doing the cone in such a fashion that I don't seem to be aiming towards my friend who I've heard slapping to the north of me. Must succeed a Wisdom save or drop whatever it's holding and become frightened for the duration. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from me for the safest available route on each of its turns, unless there's nowhere to move. Since there's nowhere to move with me, it doesn't have to take the dash action.
Right. And I can't move anyway.
Yep.
I will say I did fail.
Okay.
So I am back to being frightened.
Cool.
And you did start your turn in my
I
my
apologize,
thing.
yes.
So you should be rolling for that.
I do apologize.
You're good?
That's a 31.
Okay. You're good.
Because I'm now concentrating on keeping you afraid, I am going to... Obviously, I can't really see this because it's dark and I'm a dumb human.
Yep.
But have I gotten a sense on this thing's reach at all?
So you don't have a sense of its reach, and
Yeah.
the reason why is because you've either been up close with it or seen it grappling with Zippo. That's it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Ulrich will take a step back so that he is 10 feet away. Let me think about that, actually. Let's do this a different way. So Ulrich's going to do this. That way he's still near his friend and can give him a boost.
You said drop everything you said drop everything he's holding when he's frightened. Does that mean all the effects he's holding gets dropped?
Yeah! No. That's right. No, it would have been a good salvo for opening salvo for when I was dealing with Zippo, but I didn't want to make Zippo feared. So I'm gonna step behind Belzian, still be within. No, I'll step aside so we don't have any question on whether I'm in its line of sight. Yeah, that's it really. Making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Fear. This lasts up to a minute, so we're starting the clock again. I'm going to put a counter on myself so that I know. 10 concentration. Cool. Done.
All right. That brings us to Belzian. Belzian, make a wisdom saving throw.
18.
All right.
Plus maybe an aura, I'm not sure.
Yes, +5.
Yeah.
You're good.
I'm great. Any guess what Belzian's going to do? I gotta put my
You're
phone
gonna
in, like
give me back my status effect, I think, right?
At the end of his turn.
I still got a whole turn ahead of me. Do 26 and 27 hit.
They do.
Wow, that worked. Neat. And
The fun thing is you could apply it again here, too.
can you apply stun to something that's already stunned?
You can. It's called stun locking. And
That just seems mean. Belzian doesn't know.
I'm that Dark Souls boss where I keep...
Yeah, if you just keep staggering it.
Yeah.
Does a 20 or 21 hit?
They both hit.
Yay! It's math time. 8 plus
Well, 21,
8 plus
20 or 19, you mean? Or 24, 21, or 20 and 19? Because you said 20 and 21.
Okay, well that works too. Please apply 32 damage.
32, all right.
And that drops the stun, unfortunately.
So, that's, you did 8, 8, 11, and 5. For damage.
Correct.
16, 11 is 27, plus 5 is 31, right? Or 32. Is that what you said, 32?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Huzzah! And that's all for Belzian for now.
All right. No longer stunned. Yarvik's turn.
So no longer stun means not rolling with advantage this time, correct?
I am still incapacitated, but I think that does mean that I don't think incapacitated does the same as stunned, but I could double check that real quick. Let me look at my deck. I actually should have these out because with these different things on. All right, so we got stunned and incapacitated. All right, an incapacitated creature can't take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. That's it. So.
Okay, so just regular attack rolls this time. Got it.
Yep, correct.
All right, let's do Yeah, I like sharpshooter. I'm gonna use that one again. Let's see what happens. So this will be sharpshooter for both attacks, -5 to hit for a potential +10 to damage.
Okay.
So
that's
23.
That's a hit.
All right, this will be for piercing. Plus, so that's 22, and then the arrow. I didn't declare the arrow. That's right. I mean, that's fine. That's your choice. I'm gonna use one of the two arrows. Are you fine with that, or?
So this will be your last mulligan. So after this, if you don't declare, it'll just be a regular arrow. Fair?
They'll do the black arrow, so this will be 1d6.
Okay.
And that's force damage. And we'll do it again. Okay, so 21.
We're good.
21 also there. And then that one's going to be the sonic one. Right. That's it.
All right. Perfect. So next up is Roger.
Alrighty, is he still stunned?
He is not.
He's not. Alright. Just a normal attack then. A slightly better attack roll. Does a 21 hits, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's toss some damage out there. And I'll roll my extra d6 of acid damage. And I do get sneak attack because Belzine's standing right there. So total of 42, 38 piercing for acid.
Nice.
There's nothing for me to hide behind. So I guess we're just gonna chill here. That'll be my turn.
Perfect. Zippo.
Yes, sir.
I need an intelligence saving throw, please.
You got it. You're doing Psychic Lance, I assume?
Yes.
What I gotta beat?
17.
That's a botched roll. It's one more. Didn't matter, but just for posterity. He failed.
33 psychic damage, and he's incapacitated.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. The fear effect. Do I have the ability to throw that off at the beginning or end of my turn?
I don't believe you do, but I'm going to make sure. For the duration, if the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of me, it can make a wisdom saving throw. But I am within sight of it.
Yep. All right. So there's no way to throw it off aside from, yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
If it could make me invisible somehow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do I look like to it?
What was that?
What's this thing's greatest fear?
It's definitely Zippo.
That's a good question. I mean, I know exactly what it sees, but you don't, so right?
Yeah,
that's not part of the spell's effect. You don't get the knowledge of it, so that's an interesting thing. You can't really see his reaction either because you don't have dark vision on. So you can just hear him kind of screaming in rage at you. Not fear, rage.
Ooh.
All right. Top of the round, Ulrich, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yes, sir. This time it's a 25.
Perfect. All right, continue on.
So now that I have concentration, I'm going to go ahead and tick that down to 9C. Just so I recall, I am. So it's still incapacitated, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I think it's time I come up to it. No, you know what? I'm going to spend this turn lighting a damn torch. I dropped my mace, presuming I was holding my mace. I don't know that I have my shield equipped right now
You don't.
either. I don't. Yeah, I drop my mace. I equip and light a torch.
Okay.
And that is my turn. Oh, no, sorry. Because I didn't cast a spell, I could fucking cast Spiritual Weapon at last. Jesus. Spiritual Weapon, we're gonna go ahead and do that at the second level. This thing's gonna come into existence. And is gonna slap at our friend. 16's not gonna hit, so no damage, but Spiritual Weapon, I will say, is, somewhere in proximity of the creature.
Okay. How far does the torch emit light?
I think it's a 40-20, like a 20 bright, 40 dim, but I will double check. Yep.
Okay.
20-foot radius for bright, and then another 20 for dim.
I think, let's see. Yarvik activated his... Oh, wait, why is that not...
I don't know. My map just went.
Yeah,
I
I know a blank. I'm fixing that right now. Doopy-doopy-doo. Dynamic... So for some reason, I'm having trouble adding lighting back to you. There, wait, low lights on. Why is night vision? Give this token the ability to see without any light. Legacy lighting? Okay, we're just going to turn it off again. It's because I started it, so we'll just turn dynamic lighting off, save settings, everything should be back now. Alright, so you see the little torch next to you, Ulrich. Your spiritual weapon, where are you putting it? You're muted, I believe? Maybe he went away.
Apologies, I had to chat with Jackie about something. So the torch is lit. I'm waiting for roll 20 to come back up for me. And what did you say?
Or would you like your spiritual weapon next to him?
Oh, just like where I started, right here.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, the attack missed. All right. Belzian.
Hello.
Hello.
I wonder what happens if we don't make that wisdom save. Belzian's gonna slow down a bit. He's getting... Have you ever tried punching for, like, minutes straight, like a boxer? It's actually really tiring.
Yeah, it is.
It's good work with that.
So you rolled a 23. That is a success. Good. All right. So unarmed strength. The 24 and 23 both hit.
Neat. That's 22. And Belzian's gonna strike some patient defense. We'll give him, like, one of those Matrix style, like, come here. which works so well against that Bahir that immediately swallowed him. And that's Belzian's turn.
All right. Dodge action. So that gives you a plus. What's your AC? Plus.
I think it just gives attackers disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's right. Yep. Okay. Much better than a plus. All right. That being said, it is now Yarvik's turn.
It's time to shoot some arrows. Once again, using sharpshooter. First shot would be with the green sonic arrow.
Okay. There you go.
24.
24 hits.
20 plus 2, 22. Same sharpshooter, going with the black force arrow.
Okay.
Nice, 25.
25 hits.
I'm gonna re-roll that because I have piercer. So, or let me make sure I'm using the right colon at the right. Yeah, piercer. I can re-roll 1 damage roll per round.
Okay. When you score a critical hit, piercer reroll damage. Got it.
I
You
can
can
post that
reroll
in
one
chat.
attacks. Yep, you're good.
Okay. So 21, and then that was going to be I believe that was going to be the D6 one. Yes, that was going to be the D6. Plus 4 force damage.
Okay.
I see that Yarvik has, I see that Ulrich has the torch over there. Hey! And then that's it for Yarvik's turn.
Roger.
Alrighty. Let's take another shot.
This creature's looking more like a pincushion than a. But Yarvik arrows keep leaving, so it's not too bad.
I think they leak better that way. There's no arrow in the way.
Does a 20 hit?
You're good.
Alright, big old pile of damage and then 1d6 acid on top of it. Total of 30.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Excellent. All right, Zippo, what you got?
Let's see. Maybe an intelligence saving throw?
Oh, I need a definitive.
Yes, it made an intelligence saving throw. I said maybe as I was clicking on it, but it didn't pop up right after
I see.
insinuate it.
It's 17, right?
Yes.
All right. It fails.
Takes 36 psychic damage.
Okay. So, it is still incapacitated and it is still up.
Roger, Dodger. That's my turn.
Got a nice little damage sponge going on here, huh? Okay. My turn. There are no effects to throw, but there is something that seems to happen with the creature. So the mouths that are on its chest, right? Everyone can see these mouths now. Actually, Ulrich, I forgot to kind of make commentary on that. As the creature comes into vision as you light the torch, it's this pile of screaming mouths, right? Like they're all oriented at you because you're the one frightening him, right? So it's a scene. What I'm going to say here is those screaming mouths that are roaring begin piling out of him. So there's, I think, a total of 9 mouths on this creature. 10 if you include the actual head. Of that, 5 mouths boil off the creature and begin slithering on the ground, splitting into different paths. They travel 30 feet, each of them, moving independently of the creature itself, seemingly with a mind of their own. I'm trying to think of the... Yeah, Benji, it is terrifying, isn't it?
They say, well, that's not good.
So I'm just going to make little versions of him. I think that's probably the best way to do this.
You should crop it so it's just the head.
I would love to if I had the forethought for that.
How much flesh is attached to the bits that have jumped off?
They look like they have a little tail, but they're basically just slithering bite attacks, right?
Understood.
All right, so I'm gonna center these on him when I'm ruling these out. Oh no, Benji. So one is definitely going toward Zippo. Oh my gosh, he just realized that he... Oh, you know what? I need to center it on the corner. Snap to corner. There we go. One slithers around behind the two of you. Alright. So, that being said, the creature itself looks like it has kind of gaping wounds where these mouths left it. Kind of like holes that start closing up a little bit as they start slithering around. Let me let Benji out, and then I'll say what happens next.
This is getting out of hand. Or out of mouth.
Out of head. So each of the heads are still making that horrid gnashing sound that seems to be kind of sending chills down anybody who's near its spine. So just keep that in mind, folks. And let's see. So far, we've got both Ulrich and Belzian in their grasp. So we'll make some bite attacks. Okay, Belzian does a 20 hit. I have to roll at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me.
But a 20 would hit, yeah.
Make a second one. Okay, so if the 20 hits, I deal... Actually, that one... So I deal 34 damage to you as it clamps onto you. And you feel like a concussive burst as like it latches onto you, and then a burst of force damage kind of emits from it from the inside of its mouth.
Ouch.
Ulrich, same with you. Let's roll a bite. You don't have any disadvantage, right?
No, I do not.
Okay. Your AC is at what right now?
16.
Okay, you're good. I miss.
Okay.
All right. The creature itself is still incapacitated and kind of... I can move as a incapacitated creature,
nope,
right?
Because I've still got you frightened.
The frightened makes me... It's not the one where I have to run away from you. It's the one where I'm staying still.
Because you're frightened within 10 feet of me.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just there's a lot going on, right? So I'm just trying to feel those effects. Yeah. All right. And this is just targeted on him, not any others, right? So these other things wouldn't be affected by that same thing, correct? I would have to make saves.
That is no. If they are new and separate creatures,
they are new and separate creatures.
Yeah, then they are not affected.
Think of it like he summoned them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the friends that were there all along. All right. So let's move to the top of the round with Ulrich.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. He did take 5 psychic damage though for me.
Okay, perfect.
Do all the little guys take psychic damage?
Presumably not at this point, since they're not frightened. So top of this round means that we'll have 8. Oops. 8C left. Oh boy. Do I want to risk this? How many of these have got? Nope, don't want to risk this. This is a bad idea.
Oh, it's the top of the round, so before you do anything, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah. 23.
Okay, you're good. I'm going to get you. It's going to be one of those days.
I got a plus 11, so it's got to be fairly...
Yeah,
I mean,
low.
there's a 45% chance that I could
Biff it.
miss this, as I understand it. I mean, we got this friend here, so we got to deal with that. I think... Ooh. I think because they... Quest improved. Yeah, no. We're going to do a spell then. Case concentration... Ulrich is going to... holding the torch in one hand, he's going to reach down with the other hand to pick up the mace.
Okay.
And he's going to slap the little critter that's nearest him for a 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, he is going to apply a level 1 smite on that.
Okay.
So first things first, it's going to be 1d6 plus 5, so 11 non-magic bludgeoning damage, and then adding on his smites. So we get 1d8 radiant damage.
So I see next to your roll, you have 11 bludgeoning and then 5 radiant. For a total of 16?
Well, that's for the basic.
Okay.
Because I have improved Divine Spy. So when I hit, period, I get that 5.
Okay.
And then I just did another 5 because
I'm just clarifying because you had said not 16 non-magical damage, so I was just checking.
Oh, sorry. 11 bludgeoning, 5 radiant.
Yep. Okay.
Damage. My apologies.
Yep.
Plus an additional 5 plus... I think it's just... Is it 2? No, yeah, it is 2. My apologies. So 1 more d8. So in total, 11 plus 18. So 11 bludgeoning, 18 radiant damage to slap that guy.
Okay. So your mace comes into contact with it. It definitely hits it. It hurts it a little bit. It seems to suck in the radiant damage, and its eyes glow in the same color as your radiant damage.
Oh, fun. And then as a bonus action, we're going to use the spiritual weapon. Is going to make a hit at the big guy for a 21 to hit, so that's 1d8. 6 force damage to him.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be it for now.
All right. Belzian.
Hello. There's so many of them now.
Wisdom saving throw passes.
Neat. But I think I gotta start beating up the little guy right beside me.
Okay.
On the top there. It's just a mouth, or is it like a whole head?
It's think of it like a mouth with a tail. It's like a snake basically, but like a big thick old snake, very short chubby snake.
Snake rattle and roll. Does a 13 hit? Because I think the 21 does.
13 does not.
But the 21 does?
It does. Is that 12 damage? Bludgeoning?
Yeah.
Okay.
And plus maybe a bit more, because it's flurry time.
Okay. 12 misses. 20 hits.
At least it will squish it a little bit. And that's all Belzian can do for that.
So that's another 7?
Yes.
So 19 total. Alright.
19 total.
It screams out at you.
Belzian screams back.
Yarvik, roll a wisdom saving throw, please. As the mouth screams at you and you feel at disease.
I do get advantage against being frightened. Is that what this is? Or do
It
we
is
not
not.
know
It's
it?
just a wisdom. All right, you save.
All right. That thing is gross and freaky, and I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
Use sharpshooter again. Start with green arrow. So that's 19.
19 hits.
Okay, so 19 plus 1d8 here. Want 20. Okay. Same thing. Assuming it's still coming. I'm still grossed out.
So the 1 was for the 1d8. Got it.
Yeah, the one was for the additional force damage.
Yep.
Excuse me, the additional sonic damage.
All right. 31 hits. I would hope so.
21, and then this was going to be the d6.
I need to develop a creature where low rolls hit and high rolls miss. Just for fun.
Opposite day. And then 3, and that is of the force damage.
So 21 plus 3.
21 pierce, 3 force.
All right. That one goes down.
Yarvik spits at it.
If our roles were inverted, I would be a god.
Or, no. If you usually could hit, you'd miss. If you usually would miss, you'd hit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Yep. All right. Speaking of being a god, is there anything left that you're doing, Yarvik, or is that it?
I am good.
All right. Then it is time for our wood elf to assassin.
Ta-da! Let's move. These things have gotten a little closer, and I don't like that.
Roll a wisdom save, please. Speaking of being closer.
Oh, we're 5th edition. Stupid diagonals count as 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1 wisdom save coming right up. As said previously.
All right. Roll a 1d8 for me, please.
Sure. A 3.
All right. A 3. You are stunned until the end of the turn.
That means no movement, right?
Means you're incapacitated, so you can't take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. You also can't move because you're stunned, and you can speak only falteringly. You also automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Cool. I'm going to stutter help, and then end my turn as there are no actions I can take.
Okay. Sorry, buddy. Zippo, Roll, please. Roll wisdom.
11.
All right, you fail as well. Roll a 1d8, please.
An 8.
An 8, okay. So for an 8, the creature doesn't move and it uses its action to make one melee attack against a random creature other than itself if one is within reach. If otherwise, it otherwise does nothing. So you don't have any creatures. Actually, you do, don't ya? Well, maybe not. Where is Brunhild right now, buddy?
I imagine we were sleeping under the tree, right?
Yeah, but
I
would she
ran
have
on
stuck
my
with
feet.
you, or
That's a good question. She would have to make the saves, like the wisdom saves.
yeah, she wouldn't.
She's,
She would
she
have
was
had to
back
make
there
a
for the
save no
first
matter
one.
where she is at this point.
Yeah. I know
Uh,
I teleported away with my thing, so I don't know if she'd follow me or not, because I used my movement speed for that.
All right, so if she didn't follow you, where is she right now?
I imagine cowering by the tree. Because I imagine she's not passing the save.
Roll a wisdom save for her, please. It would be the first round where this is taking effect for her.
Yeah. Yeah, because if she was feared, then she wouldn't have been able to follow me. Trying to find where I have her. There she is.
Okay. Roll a d8.
7.
All right, so she's not moving either, and any creature around her she'd attack. So she attacks the tree or just cowers. Same with you. You're just kind of... So you see my line of thought, right? If she was next to you, you'd be attacking her. So I know it's been a bit since we've had Brunhild out on the table, on the playing field. She's been in the bag for a while, so we just need to make sure that we're accounting for her in the future.
By the way, that says I don't do anything with my action, right? Do I get a bonus action or anything, or no?
You do not move, and you use your action to make one melee attack. If you can't do that, you do nothing.
Okay, gotcha. I wanted to make sure I was looking at the right stuff.
All right. So that's the round, right?
Yes.
All right.
Well, the creature's turn.
Yep, it's my turn. All right, so I'll start with the little guys. They're gonna move forward to attack. This one's gonna kind of skirt around to try and cut off Roger's escape, or Roger's ability to escape. Also trying to put Roger between it and Yarvik, seeing what it did to the other head. This one's going to come at you. The other reason is because Roger's actually incapacitated right now. So same thing with Zippo. Actually, he'll come around here like that.
I was about to say, what escape?
Yeah. All right, so let's start with attacks first. I'll do the bites. I'll start up with Roger and make my way down towards Zippo. So it'll be Roger, Ulrich, Belzian, Zippo. All right, bite. Where are you? All right, here we go. Okay, what's your AC, Roger?
18.
Okay, I hit you and deal 16 damage, 12 piercing, and 4 force as you feel a concussive blast from the chomp.
I would say out, but I'm stunned.
You jabber. Ow. Ulrich, you're next.
AC 16.
27.
That'll hit.
You take 29 points of damage, 20 piercing, 9 force.
Okay. Is it all in one specific attack, like one full swoop for the
Yes.
damage?
Correct.
Cool. So DC 15 con save.
Oh yeah, concentration.
Oh, what? Ugh. So I lose concentration.
Okay.
The fear effect has ended.
All right. I actually attacked with the right thing first. Interesting. I didn't think about that. I was just trying
No
to keep
chance they
things
would have
simple.
died if he was only 5 hit points away, would they?
Well,
Excuse me. No
I
chance
guess
they
we'll
would have
never
died
know.
if he was 5 hit points away, yeah.
Belzian's next. Belzian, I criticaled.
Neat. I mean, wait, no, that's bad.
Okay. So I did 28 normal damage and 22 critical damage. So that would be a total of 50 damage to you. So 28 of that was force damage. The other 21 is, that's math that ain't mathin', but the other half, the other part is piercing.
25 and 25. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just woke up too.
Yeah, you didn't get your long rest either, because this is the first of the night.
Yeah, it was in the first watch.
All right. The big guy does something. He raises his hands and screams with all of his mouths, and something begins happening around him in about a 10-foot radius. It shimmers for a second and then disappears. So it's
Not a spell, is it?
It is well, you could do a Arcana check to see if it's a spell, or if it's
I don't know if I
effect.
can counterspell.
You would be so yeah. He's casting a spell. You can definitely tell he's casting.
Okay. Okay. I will counterspell it.
Okay. What level?
4th level.
Okay, I'm counterspelling your counterspell at 4th level.
Okay.
All right, continuing on.
Yep.
Right. All right. Cool. 2 can play that game, buddy. So, all right. So, any spells that are in a 10-foot rate, anybody who has active spells or magical effects within a 10-foot radius of him, including weapons or magic of any kind, stops working. So the weapon, spiritual weapon, goes away. Basically, he's got an anti-magic field around him. And it's a 10-foot radius. Oh, I gotta do it on him. That's not gonna help. Edge? That doesn't work either.
You
I think
20 foot diameter if you measure it, or
that's
probably
5.
probably if you want it to be because his center is at a point and not at the middle of a square. You probably need it to be a 30-foot diameter circle.
Yeah.
So start like 2 squares away from him on the side, and then go to 2 squares away on the other side.
It's like that, right? Yeah.
Think a little bigger than that, but if you want it to be broadcasting 10 feet away from him at the far points. Yeah, something.
There we go.
Sure.
All right. With that being said, he no longer has the fear effect. He's gonna attack Belzian. He's right there. Actually, you know what? Ulrich's fucking pissed him off. He reaches out 10 feet and grabs Ulrich. Or tries to, at least. Does that answer your question? Alright, 24 to hit. So he slashes at you with his claws for 6 slashing and 6 force. Actually, no, he doesn't do that because he cast a spell, so he can't do that. So, disregard that damage, Ulrich. Sorry about that. It is no longer my turn. Ulrich. Uh-oh. I think we're missing Ulrich, maybe? Or he's muted. There.
Apologies, I didn't think I was muted. So yes, it answered my question about his reach. Is this anti-magic effect in continuance, or is it instantaneous?
So you do not feel some of your effects at the moment.
Okay.
Currently.
Just gonna check something here.
Sure.
So it's a large creature, right? Yeah, it's large.
Yes.
I'll take the
You'll give it
possible. Yeah, the attack of opportunity here.
Okay. Bite attack. Oof. I miss.
Okay. I do the shove attack, or the shove action, rather.
Okay.
I'm going to roll Strength Athletics. It gets to roll Strength Athletics or Dex Acrobatics. Opposed.
Okay.
Not to interrupt or anything, but I may have missed it because my brain's kind of like, zoning out a little bit. But did I get attacked?
You did not.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember Ulrich doing his thing, or
Yeah,
getting attacked by it, and then I remember it
attacked
going directly to my
Ulrich.
turn, and I'm like,
Oh, no, yeah. It
We're
wasn't
going
your
to
turn
his
yet.
turn, so-
Yeah, I went to his turn. Do you mind if I roll that now?
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
everybody okay with that? Or
Yeah.
because I forgot, do you want to just go with it? He just didn't attack.
You're good with whatever.
All right. I'm going to say that I forgot to attack you, so it didn't happen.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. 'cause
I'm
I was
gonna
like,
I'm rewarding you for being honest and pointing it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
The round is gone. It's Ulrich's turn. He's moving. So I mean, it doesn't affect anything that you got hit. What Ulrich would do, but it's past. It's too late. All right. So Ulrich is doing a shove. I need to do a strength or a dex.
An athletics or an acrobatics. Strength, athletics, dex, acrobatics. Opposed rolls.
Okay. Got an 18.
Okay, it goes 5 feet back.
Okay. And I will.
Does its aura move with it? Okay. Sensing that,
provoke opportunity.
no, it does not. Unfortunately, but sensing that moved with it, maybe, I don't know.
You didn't feel it leave your
yeah.
And it's invisible, so you can't tell.
Yeah. Okay.
But you still feel that it's still going.
Yeah. Ulrich will do a mace attack upon it.
Okay.
And miss. Should have shoved it prone. That'll be it.
Okay. All right, Belzian.
Hello. The one that recently bit me, how's it looking? It's the one right next to Belgium, I think.
It's still up.
It's just a scary, gross little head. Okay. Well, I will approach them so I can kill them. But before the killing, I'm going to do the wholeness of body because I haven't used it for several days.
Okay.
Which will help a little bit. How much? 33. And then I'll... do you ever play Dead Space where they stomp the... Gotta stomp all the monsters?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Dead Space stomping this thing.
Okay.
For
I'm
11 bludgeoning. Bonk, bonk.
Give me 1 second. Trying to fix an issue. All right. Invisible, let me know if that delay is still there. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so you are doing a smash attack to try and stomp it into the ground. 22 does hit. So wholeness of body, you regain hit points equal to 3 times your monk level. Okay, so you are at level 11, so you got 33.
Correct.
Cool. Somewhere a pissed off space engineer named Isaac stirs in his slumber. It stirs in something. I haven't beaten the 3rd game yet, so we'll see what happens to Isaac, I guess. On stream sometime this year. Alright, so you do 11 damage to it. Okay, it's still up.
Belzian looks displeased, and that's the end of his turn.
Okay. Alright, so next up would be Yarvik.
Yarvik is going to move a little bit here.
Okay. Actually, so Belzian and Ulrich, could you make wisdom saving throws, and then Yarvik as well, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Ulrich is good. Belzian. Oh. All right.
11 or so.
So
okay.
You did your things, but after all that, since I missed it, and so just roll 1d8. Let me see what you got. A 3.
3.
Okay. You are stunned until the end of the turn. So when I'm done my move, you'll be unstunned. Yarvik, please roll a d8. Taste own medicine. And if you could go back to where you were just a second ago. I think you were here, right? Yeah, you were there. Okay, so that's where you're going to stay because you also got stunned. So stunned. You're incapacitated. You can't move. You can speak only falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
So I can't do anything, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's it.
Yep, that's it. All right. Roger, please roll a wisdom.
Alrighty. Survey says.
All right. You shake off your... Well, you have shaken off your stun effect, but it doesn't come back from the jabbering
Excellent.
mouth.
I'm
Little ankle biter.
wondering what the best course of action here is. I guess I've got the... We're going to bonus action disengage with
Okay.
rogue sneaky stuff, and we're gonna run the fuck away from this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we will shoot it from this nice, comfortable distance.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Well, that's...
You don't
that's
have
awesome.
2 attacks, right?
No, rogues do not get 2 attacks in 5th edition.
Wow.
You got to spec into one of them. They're fighting classes if you want
Yeah.
one of those.
All right. So that would be Roger. Zippo, roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
I got
Okay.
a 7.
Roll a d8. Wait, no, you just rolled a d8. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
You rolled an 11 and then a 7. All right, so again, it's the same effect as last time. You don't move and use your action to make one melee attack to anything at random. Okay, so you have 9 squares, or 8 squares around you. One of those is the creature. I'm going to say top left is 1. Bottom right is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are on either side of you. 6, 7, 8. So 7 is what you need to roll of a d8 to hit it.
I don't have I have dark vision. I can't just hit it and see it.
It's at random. A random creature other than yourself.
Yeah, it's the only creature next to me.
That's true. It is worded a random creature other than itself if one is within reach. He is the only thing in reach, therefore you attack. Yeah. Go ahead and attack. Melee.
Okay, and it's a melee attack, not like
Correct.
a melee spell attack.
Just a melee.
Hot dog.
Okay, that's a miss. But very close.
Alright, I can't do anything else on this turn, can I?
Nope.
I don't get like a bonus action or anything.
Yeah, so it literally says you use your action to make one melee attack, otherwise you do nothing. So it doesn't say anything about bonus attack or bonus actions, but it says the creature doesn't move and it uses its one melee attack against a random creature. So I think it's taking care of the move in that way and your attack.
Yeah.
So I think,
I'm just asking for like a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it out. So good question. You don't get a bonus.
Gotcha.
All right. The creature, as with usual, I will start with the things and then go with the big thing. I'm going to roll a 1d4 to see which direction it goes. I'm going to say Yarvik is odd and Roger is not. Okay, he goes after Yarvik. Yarvik, I am attacking you. What's your AC?
17.
I got a 13. You're good.
Ew. Get away.
It goes, This one closes with Belzian, and they're both going to attack him.
Uh-oh.
Belzian, you're stunned right now, right?
Belzian is currently stunned.
So I get advantage on you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 26 and 22 damage.
26 damage and 22 damage?
No,
Or is it
26
just
to
one?
hit and 22 damage from that hit. Second one. Rolls a 25 and does 21 damage to you.
Okay.
All right. Zippo. Yours attacks you
Yeah.
with vigor
Yeah.
as it realizes that you're there. You are not stunned. You're
Nope.
just not moving. And I critically failed.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Does this mean it bites its tongue?
Let's see. All right. So now my full attack against Ulrich. There's nothing against the big guy right now, right? I'll take.
As in status effects, I don't think there can be.
No, yeah. Like you're shoved didn't do anything except move them back, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Just making sure. All right. I'm gonna do a multi-attack on you. Well, that was silly. All right. So he's not moving at all. You are not. You don't have any status effects on you, so this is just straight. 22 for the bite, and 2 claws. One's a 10, which misses. The others are 12, which misses, which is fine because the bite is the main damage anyway. So your bite. If I had hit with both claws, you would have been grappled. That's the only thing. So you get 24 damage, 12 piercing, 12 force.
All right.
All right. That's the round. Ulrich.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna, you know what, just for my own, just in case, because I don't know, I'm rolling a con save. Okay, cool. Just in case I at all, like, if this is just like while I'm in this range,
Okay.
you know, maintaining my concentration is the point there. Like,
Maintaining your concentration for what?
for the spell, I mean, obviously it can't have effect. I don't know if this outright did a dispel or, you know, or if it's just while I'm in this area.
Right.
Like if it was like,
So
you know.
didn't you drop your spell when you rolled your concentration?
right.
And failed.
I forgot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget. Thank you.
Yep, you're good.
So anyway, gonna do a shove again, but this time I'm prone. Going to make it prone.
Okay.
Ugh.
It's a 13.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how I do. 20.
Okay.
You kind of just run into it and kind of bounce against its remaining mouths.
Yep. Doing a basic attack. 27.
That's with your spiritual weapon.
It's apologies. It's the exact same
Okay,
modifier.
all right, cool. 27 hits. Is there any magical effects to your mace?
There would have been, and it would be the Oh, interesting. The damage. Oh, right, because I rolled the. So, I deal 10 bludgeoning damage because the radiant would be part of a divine smite.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah, you have no smite with your weapon, so it's just a 10 damage. Cool.
Yep. So 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Does that appear to trigger any kind of con save?
It does not.
Okay. Ulrich is going to... No, he's not going to do anything. He's going to just stay there.
Okay.
Not ending his turn.
Sounds good. Belgian.
Yo, I think I feel less stunned and possibly have to make a wisdom saving throw.
You do. Yes.
Yeah.
You make it.
Yay! It's punching time. Chopping time. The one on the right that I've been working on.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll hit. But I do get 2. Oh, Belzian's not feeling very good today. He just woke up. It's been like 30 seconds. Maybe slightly more.
So all 3 of those miss.
Should
Or
be 2.
All 2 of those miss. Yes.
Okay. There will be 2 more, though. Because it's a flurry-ish. Furious? Flurious.
The 18 hits.
Okay. Please apply 12 damage.
All right. It goes down. The
I just
jabbering
continuously
cuts
start
off,
this.
like as you kind of push your foot against it, and it crunches beneath your heel.
Delicious.
Of course, you still hear jabbering from the one on your left.
Yes, Belzian's not pleased about that, but that's his turn.
All right. Yarvik.
All right, so we start with the wisdom save, correct?
Yes.
Wah wah.
All right, roll a 1d8, please. A 6. Okay. Do you have any immunities to frighten effects?
I don't have immunity, but I have advantage against being frightened.
Okay. So there's no roll for the frightened thing. It's just a side effect when you fail. Unfortunately, this doesn't apply in this case. If it was like a direct targeting of frighten, then it would count for the advantage. So you are frightened until the end of the turn, and you use your movement to get as far away from it as possible. Just that head.
Okay, so that's 30, right?
Yes. So for the frightened effect, let me just read out for you everything that applies to frightened. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So in this case, you're running away from it, but you could still attack.
So I can do. And do I still get the full 2 attacks?
So you moved your full move, and then you have your normal attack action instead of a full action. Now that being said, you did move away from me without any disengage stuff, so I do get 1 AOP against you, attack of opportunity.
Okay.
It kind of bites the ground in front of you.
Yarvik is scared out of his mind, so there's no quippy retort
Yeah.
from Yarvik this time.
Basically, it bites the ground, swallows the chunk, and concusses it, turning it to sand. And you kind of like yip out of the way, right?
Eek. I'm going to turn around and I am going to shoot. Or wait, I can't shoot that one, right? I can't shoot the one that I'm afraid of, correct?
You can attack it or another, but whatever attacks you make are going to be at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a wasted. If I don't do something right, it's wasted unless Hold on a second.
Looking around the battlefield, you see that there's several other heads and fairly injured party members.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Can I cast Cure Wounds at a distance?
You have to touch for cure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was the only other thing I was going to do. So
you can choose where you run to, but of course, running, you know what I mean. You could run toward the other danger to help your party, running from it. But yeah, it's up to you.
The most prudent attack is going to be to the one just beside Bell. Yep. And Yarvik's too rattled, so he's not gonna. He reaches in his quiver, and he just grabs an arrow, and he doesn't know what he gets. So he's just gonna use it's a regular arrow, not a special arrow.
You're also probably not wanting to know what happens when you shoot a magic arrow into that anti-magic field, right?
Also true. Yes.
All right. What's your attack? Well, that would have been great if you didn't have disadvantage. Roll a second time.
Let's see. I'll take it.
Well, it's not a crit. I'll take it. Go ahead and roll damage.
There you go.
Okay, so 10 piercing.
Yep.
All right. It is still up. All right. Roger, for the first time in a bit, you don't have to make any rolls.
Oh, excellent. Let's see if we can get this guy out of Zippo's face.
Okay.
Let's move there, just to keep myself away from everything else that's going on, and take a shot at the one that's next to Zippo. And we've already established that a 16 does not hit.
Correct.
So that does not hit.
That does not hit.
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Zippo, roll a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 20.
Hey, you're good.
Heck yeah, dude. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, so... Okay, so I'm going to... I am declaring that I'm using a spell of first level, but before that I can use my bonus action to Tempest Magic so that I can get 10 feet away without provoking opportunity attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Let me click that, and then let me run. I forgot I got to turn it back to line. I get 30 feet of movement.
Near.
So I'm going to book it. Alright, and then boom and boom. Okay. I'm going to then cast my spell, but I'm going to spend excuse me, equal to a spell's level. So I'm going to spend three Sorcery points to win a 3rd level cast of Chromatic Orb.
How many sorcery points does that put you at?
It will put me at, see, 11, 10, 9, so put me at 8.
Okay.
Haven't spent any for a while. So 3rd level, I get to cast it twice. I am going to go ahead and do that. Okay, a 12 misses on the first attack. For the one up top above me there.
Mm-hmm.
And then now the one that's attacking me. A 25 to hit.
25 hits. Is this...
Okay.
And there's no save, right? It's just straight damage?
Yep, just damage.
Okay. 24?
Yep, 24 lightning damage.
All right. Okay, lightning damage. All right, good to know. Perfect. All right, anything else?
Nope,
All right.
that's my turn.
All right, my turn. All right, this guy has a decision to make. Let's see here. First of all, could somebody measure toward Roger and Zippo for me with a line? 45, okay. And what is Zippo? 45 as well.
45 as well.
All right. So he's going to pursue Zippo. Could you measure 30 toward you, please? Okay. He'll... Is this 30 as well here? Or is this 30? That's
Yeah,
30.
30.
Okay, perfect. Uh-huh. Okay. So he gets that far. The incessant jabbering sound returns to both Zippo and Roger's ears, but no effect happens this turn. This guy now seeking a new target. Let's see if he continues toward Yarvik or if he goes back toward... I think he can reach pretty much... Well, could you measure out for him? Since I'm up keeping the circle, it would just be helpful. Could you measure toward Zippo, Ulrich, Belzian, and then Yarvik? I want to see how many targets he has the ability to reach. Okay. So one square before them, please. Yeah. Okay. I cannot reach the two of them, so it's going to be either Zippo or Yarvik. All right. I'm going to keep Yarvik odd. No, Zippo's going to be odd this time. Okay. Yarvik it is. He moves toward Yarvik and makes an attack. Bite attack. What's your AC, Yarvik?
17.
I miss. Man, I can't hit you this fight. Belzian.
Yarvik is squirrely.
You're being attacked again.
Shocking.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay. And you are not stunned, so I don't get a reroll.
Right.
I miss.
I don't think so.
All right. And big guy is going to continue attacking Ulrich. Start with the bite. Ulrich, you're at 16 or 17?
16 AC.
Okay. Bite misses.
Okay.
One claw hits,
Okay.
but the second claw misses, so you're not grappled. Oh, wait. Let's see. Melee and each of which can grapple. Okay, so I can grapple you. You take the claw that was 7. Okay, 29 points of damage as he claws at you, digs his claws into you. You feel a concussive blast from the it squeezing you, and he picks you up in the grapple. The escape is going to be a DC 16 for that.
Okay.
That happens on your turn, though, right?
I would have to use an action to escape, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah. Grapple creature speed. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll keep that up. All right. That is everything I can do. Ulrich.
Okay. Since I'm grappled, honestly, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah, your speed becomes 0 if...
Well, I mean, I wasn't going anywhere. That's
Yeah.
all. So, Ulrich makes a couple of attacks on this thing.
Yeah, it's not like 3.5 where when you're grappled you can't even attack.
Right. 19 is not going to hit, right?
19 hits.
Okay. 17 does not hit, though, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot the... Oh, no, it didn't do that. So, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Good to know. Still up.
Okay. Ending his turn.
All right. Belzian.
Yo.
Make a wisdom save, and Ulrich, if you could as well, just so that you can pass.
You may have to repeat that one because I think they dipped out of the call for a sec.
Ulrich, if you could roll your wisdom.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I
There's
figured as
the-
much.
Yeah.
All right, Belzian, you failed. Roll a 1d8.
A 2.
A 2. You're stunned.
Wow. Okay. I feel stunned. I don't think I can do very much on my turn then.
You cannot.
So I shall.
Chance, that's a magical effect it's doing, is it?
It's not.
Just try it.
I think I have a cat at the door. But let's play through. Yarvik. Roll a wisdom.
Yep.
All right, roll 1d8. Okay. You attack a random creature with a melee attack. So that would be the creature in front of you.
So is that literally just an unarmed strike, or
You're holding a bow and arrow, so yes, it would be you'd just be hitting it.
you son of a?
Give it a little haymaker.
24 hits.
Punk.
Wait, what did you roll there? A 16 plus 8. Okay, is the plus 8 from your strength?
I don't know. I clicked the unarmed strike button. There's a +8 beside it. I don't know why it's +8. I don't know.
Unarmed strike. You can punch, kick, headbutt, or use similar forceful blow to deal bludgeoning damage. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what that's from, but we'll roll with it. 1 plus your damage. Okay. So it's 1 plus your damage modifier, so plus 5. So you do 5 damage to it. Which kills it.
Spits on that one too. Do I get another attack? Or oh no, never mind. It's
Nope.
Yeah, it
That-
is my attack.
That effect is still in effect until the end of the turn. So
Okay.
So that's your turn. It didn't work out to its advantage, but it still happened. All right. so that would be it for Yarvik. Roger, make a wisdom, please.
Bold of you to assume that I'm going to make my save. I mean, I did, but bold of you to assume that.
All right.
All right.
I assume you're going to attack. I'm going to let you roll while I let Benji in.
Yes, we're going to shoot this one so that hopefully Zippo doesn't have to save on his turn. All right. The good news is that I know 24 hits. The bad news is that we're not getting sneak attack on this roll.
And you're attacking this one, I assume?
Yes. For a total of 16 damage, 4 of which is acid.
It's dead.
Awesome. And then I'm going to move.
Okay.
And we might even bonus action dash over here. That'll be my turn.
All right, I've got Zippo left. Zippo, make a... Never mind, you don't need to make anything because it's dead.
Yay! Okay, I'm going to... I can get up to about there, yeah. And it's about there. And then I will, cast for... I imagine this whole thing is probably like a negate area where it negates magic spells. But I haven't shot one at it yet, so Zippo really wouldn't know that. So he's going to win the spell Chromatic Orb again.
Okay, and you're attacking...
This little guy first, then this guy.
Okay.
So 22 on the little guy.
Mm-hmm.
23 lightning damage, my bad.
Okay, that hits. And it dies.
And at the big guy, 28 to hit.
The Chromatic Orb gets within 10 feet of it and disappears. Fizzles out.
That's all I can do, boy.
All right. Creature time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Carrying your Ulrich. Can you measure from the middle of the creature 40 feet out toward Zippo, please? Yep, all right. He's closing with Zippo.
Is its movement at all halved with the grapple?
Oh yeah, you're right with the halve. Yeah, so it's not going to do that. It's gonna... Yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. All right. Ulrich, I'm going to attack you with a bite.
Mm-hmm.
I hit you with a 21 for 34 points of damage.
Okay, he's down.
Okay. He tosses you aside.
Okay.
And I can, so with 5th edition I can move and attack, split my move and attack, which is nice.
Yep. Yep.
He's gonna do a claw attack against Belzian.
Hello.
Okay, and then he's gonna move forward and bring his area with him. I think it's here. No. Edge. Yeah. And attack Zippo with the claw. Zippo, what's your AC?
14.
Okay, I miss. All right. Zippo, you feel any magical effects around you that you have are all gone. So, like, you feel disconnected with magic for the first time since, like, that river.
Gotcha.
All right. Ulrich's down. You're going to make a death saving throw, right? Or is that's this round, right?
My turn, yeah. I can make the death save.
Okay. Since it is the top of the round, I'll let you do that, and then we're going to take our 10-minute because we're a little bit over.
Okay. That's a success.
Okay, that's one success. Cool. All right. So we will be back in 10 minutes where we will continue. It will be Belzian next. And we'll go from there.
Okie dokie.
All right. Don't go away, anyone. We will be right back. All right, folks, we're back from the break. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. So it is now Belzian's turn. Ulrich just did his saving throw for his death saving throw, which he succeeded at. Belzian, go ahead.
Well, back. Belzian is immediately like, Ulrich! I don't think there's any closer healers, so I will attempt to stabilize Ulrich
Okay.
with the medicine. Ulrich! He's like giving CPR with karate chops.
All right, so with a medicine check with stabilizing, how does that work?
I think that it just makes Ulrich regular unconscious without having to make death saving throws.
Yeah, I think somebody just posted something.
Sorry, I posted the wrong thing. I was just copying. There you go. Yes, it's I'm stabilized is the
Perfect.
end
Belzian
comment.
is stunned that it worked.
Healing is unavailable. Yep. Okay, cool.
Thanks, Belzian.
Yep. Awesome.
Seems okay. So he's gonna sprint after this thing. Well, would you argue I still have a bonus action? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if I do have a bonus action, I will take a swipe.
Okay. Do your worst.
I definitely did. And that's Belzian's turn.
All right. Yarvik.
All right, since Ulrich has been stabilized, I'm going to take a couple of shots with regular arrows at this thing and hope that something puts him down. Five.
25 hits.
All right, second attack.
First attack kills it.
Oh, okay. Woo!
All right. That is combat. The creature, the arrow kind of goes through the shimmering effect, and hits him square in the head, the top mouth, and it kind of lets out one last screeching jabber and collapses in a heap of teeth and claw.
Yorick once again gives this little halfling-sized, arm flex. Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, wait, hold on, Ulrich. And then we'll go heal Ulrich.
Thanks.
And we'll throw another one in.
Oh, well, that's kind of you. Ulrich wakes back up and says, I was gonna sleep it off. I assume you killed it.
I don't know, I had to find something to heal amongst this bloody mess that is your torso.
Oh, well.
Yes, it's dead.
Thank you. So what do we reckon it was, aside from a pain in the ass?
Ulrich, as you approach the creature, you feel your connection to your deity leave you. The magic effect is still in effect. Zippo,
It's still in Victor.
Zippo, same with you.
Okay, I have a very important thing I want to do while the magic effect is
Yeah, Ulrich's already helping you do this.
I'm taking out the, or I'm just grabbing the 2 swans.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I can do to them in here? Like, are they affected by the no magic effect?
You take out the swans from what?
I had them in a regular bag. I don't have a bag of
Okay,
holding.
all right.
Yeah, they're
They're
just in a regular bag.
not in your bag of boarding?
No.
In
It's
Jordan's
too much
bag?
work to go down and under to get them.
Okay.
I only put Brunhild and stuff I want to keep. These things are experiments. They are not keep stuff.
Fair. So the orb's in that bag too, then.
Yeah, my orb is in the bag.
Okay.
But I'm trying to see if I can get, like, when I take them out, like, do they feel any different?
No.
And obviously, I'm.
You can do
this
an
is just my
arcana check to
assumption.
see if there's any magical
Okay,
difference.
that works as well. God damn.
You can't really feel anything coming off of them.
Okay. But they were just to remind me, what were they made out of? Like silver?
Yeah, they're silver swans.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, that's not working. I'm very saddened. Really, like, Zippo was really excited. He thought maybe he found the secret.
Ulrich's like rushing over, all ready to go gung ho, and then just sees Zippo like he's like, yeah, I'm ready to help you. What? He's experimenting with the swan. Okay.
Okay, just out of like pure curiosity, because I have to. I would be not doing Zippo a justice if I didn't. I'm going to try to smack them together and bite on them and see if that anything happens. Like, not like hard bite, just kind of like a, like how you do with like, or not how we do, but how like some people do like gold coins, like in like TV shows. How they like, I'm gonna try to do that and see if anything happens.
You're not making an attack roll, right?
No.
Okay.
By no means.
What about when
messed
you're
up
clanging
enough.
them together? Are you making an attack roll there?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm trying to smack them together. I'll try that.
Okay. Improvise, so roll at disadvantage.
Okay, am I rolling with strength or dex?
Strength.
Strength, okay. 15.
Okay. You strike them together. Roll damage.
Okay. What would the damage be, dice-wise?
Just roll a d4.
3.
Okay. Clang. There's a slight ringing effect, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's not even like a magical ringing effect. It's just a like ting,
Gotcha, like a metal ringing effect.
like when you slap two pieces of silverware together.
Okay, so to the rest of the party, Zippos can be like, I have an idea. So I have two ways I can do this. One, I can keep them out and try to keep experimenting while we're traveling. Or two, I can open my bag, which right now shouldn't be magical in this effect, toss them in it, and then when we go, it'll be magical again and be hidden again like it was last time.
You're just talking to them, right?
Yeah, to the party.
Okay. Out loud.
Yeah, I assume the rings wouldn't work in here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Ulrich, I see you walked over to Brunhild.
Seems dangerous to get rid of our bargaining chips, but
So keeping them out, gotcha.
It's one of the only things we can use as leverage.
Gotcha. Well, I'm getting out of this creepy, uncomfortable circle.
Okay.
We'll
Both
go
Ulrich
over
and Zippo feel the connection return to their magic.
While I'm walking out, I'll have the swans out. Did I notice any change in them when I walk out, like visual change?
No.
Okay. Alright, I'll put them in my regular bag and head on Brunhild for a little bit. Because it should be our nap time in a minute.
It is still night. As a reminder, this happened during first watch. During Ulrich and Zippo's watch.
Yeah.
Can I investigate the creature to see if there's any hints onto where it came from, where it was going?
Sure.
Does it have anything else other than teeth?
Roll investigation.
Yeah.
You've never seen something like this before, and hope you never see something since.
Fair enough.
Hey, while you're in there, can you grab a tooth for the collection? I mean, we've got like scales and skin, and a tooth would be pretty cool.
Do you have a preference on what kind of teeth? Like a molar? Or...
Yeah, something easy to get and not sharp.
Looks like they're all pretty sharp.
I'll remind you
can I-
that there are many mouths distributed around this battlefield, including some right next to you, Yarvik.
Oh, that's true. I could just grab one from here. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's as satisfying. We both grab one. So I'll grab a tooth out of the one that's beside me.
Okay.
Can I grab the biggest tooth I see?
Sure. So you're going for the main mouth, Belzian, and Yarvik, you're also trying to get one of the big teeth?
One of the teeth from the little guy that's sitting
Yeah.
right beside me.
Okay. Give me let's do like a dexterity check. See how you do for both you and Belzian. Okay. Belzian, in an effort to pry one of the teeth out, you do take 2 points of damage as some of the other teeth scratch against you. You can kind of get a good look at this maw now, and this creature had 4 rows of teeth. The reason why these bites hurt so much is because they literally lacerated you and then used a forced concussion to kind of make the mouth shudder and tear at you more. So that's why it did so much damage. That being said, most of the teeth are rather small, but the 2 teeth that it used to kind of latch a hold of you are its 2 main incisors in the front. So they're about this big, about as big as your thumb, and that's what you pry out. Yarvik, with you, it's a smaller mouth, and it's all just the smaller teeth. There's no, 2 incisors, but you're able to pry out one of the teeth. It's about the size of a thumbnail.
Perfect. Chucks it in the bag. with the skin and the scales and all the other stuff.
May this trophy be a memento of our sleepless nights.
Anybody else interacting with the body? Roger, you
No,
doing
that-
anything?
Absolutely not.
Are
Ulrich
you...
will.
Okay, go ahead, Ulrich.
I was gonna say Ulrich will keep an eye on it for the morning
Mhm.
and see if it continues to have that effect. In which case, yes, he will interact with it, but
Okay.
not for then.
Okay. All right. So what's the plan then? Are we staying here by the tree and camping out till morning?
Oh, actually, you know what? Ulrich is going to do something with the body.
Okay.
How big's the tree?
As big as you can see it right now.
So tall.
Oh,
it
tall.
would be
Yes. It is. It's tall. It's a fairly large tree.
great. Using as much time as this may require, and his +9 athletics can do rolls, of course, if you like. He is going to prop this thing up to stand at the tree like a scarecrow
Mhm.
to any fucking monsters that may be in the area that might see this and be like, oh, maybe not.
Okay. I like it. How are you attaching it?
Excuse me. Ulrich has rope. He has 50 feet of rope.
So you kind of like tie it on one side, loop it around, tie it on the other?
Yeah, or even just tie its tie its wrists, like have its arms up in a scary position with its wrists kind of like forming a like it's handcuffed to the tree. You get what I'm saying? Like a handcuff to the upper limbs.
Yep. Give me a sleight of hand roll for the knots.
22.
Cool. All right, thank you. You fashion yourself a monster crow. A scare monster? I like a scare monster better.
Air monster, yeah. A Monsters Inc. Yep. and then, all right. Now that that's done, I don't really know how far away I was from getting a chance to sleep, but I'm happy to stay up a little longer.
Yeah, restart long rest.
But before we do, can you slap some eyes on me, Yarvik?
Sure.
Thanks, bud.
All right, so the big question is, all right, so let me move the monster and the effect. So where did you slap on that healing? I'm assuming outside of the effect?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Just
Of
making
course.
sure. I don't know why it's not linking now. There we go. All right. I'll move Brunhild out of the way. I'm assuming Zippo, you move away from it as he's tying it up.
Yeah. Zippo actually is going to try one more thing before he gives up on these swan things. He's going to take the swans back out of his regular bag. Going to walk into the anti-magic thing and toss them onto the ground.
Okay.
Anything happen cool?
Swanimon, I choose you.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, you know?
Nothing happens.
Dang. I will pick them back up.
Okay.
And then walk back out here. And Uh, okay, I have another dumb idea that I want to do. I'm assuming we're getting ready to do what or rest again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before Zippo lays down, and like in exactly underneath the spot he's sleeping in, not very deep. He's gonna take he's gonna have Brunhild help him dig up a little spot and lay the swans in there, and then kind of cover them back up and lay on top of them.
You're burying the swans.
Yeah, just a little bit underneath of him to sleep on top of him, see if anything
Okay.
happens for the night.
Okay, so like kind of making a nest.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he's putting the swans in there and burying them, and him and Brunhild are gonna sleep on top to see if maybe, hopefully, something will happen.
Okay.
He's not really got a lot of good ideas. Other than that, he just kind of really hopes that he can blow them up at some point because he's mad that he can't figure them out yet.
That's fair. All right. So, Roger, Yarvik, anything else that you're doing?
Nope. Just,
Roger would
finding-
like to go trance.
All right, so
Yep.
let's talk. Go ahead. Sorry, Yarvik.
Just gonna see where we were with the watches and all that.
Yep, let's talk watches. So, what's the plan? Are we just resuming as if watch hadn't started at all and do first, second, third, or are we starting on second?
I think that first was getting ready to end, correct?
Yes.
So say we just start with second.
It means you'll have a short and long rest. It won't be a full 8.
Or we could.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably start.
Well, we can just
Or-
wrap it around so that the guys that were on the first, they can just sleep in the morning.
Well, Ulrich is happy to start now. Personally,
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Ulrich's a night person, not a morning person. All right. Is Zippo going to be doing first watch with Ulrich again?
Yeah, since Roger's already in trance, he will.
All right. All right. Roll me perception checks as everybody else goes to sleep. Zippo and Ulrich take watch.
Hey, let's go.
I think that's your best perception of the campaign.
It is. It really is.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, no. I think the only way I get better now is if I get a nat 20. Because that's a 19.
Yeah.
That or I get like some other kind of bonus to perception.
Okay, so you kind of keep watch on the area. You're a lot more vigilant. You're much more awake, and having kind of already buried the swans, you don't have any items distracting you. You just kind of learned your lesson from last night, or earlier in the night, I guess, where you kind of were both caught unaware, and you were grappled for that. And I think for the first time in a while, you kind of felt that sense of danger because your magic failed you, right? It wasn't really helping you in this fight. It did a little bit, like it got him incapacitated for a while, but in the end, like you couldn't even touch him, right? So I think that kind of attributes to where you're at with your perception. You're kind of actually taking watch seriously and not letting things distract you. That being said, you kind of oversee the scene, and it is quite a scuffle. The creature made heavy dig marks in the earth from where it kind of moved about. So there's a lot of upturned earth, and of course the 5 slither heads that are kind of distributed around the area. You kind of keep watch on them, as well as the big guy, and then your surroundings. You don't seem to notice anything out on the horizon. Ultimately, it's fairly quiet. Ulrich, you're kind of your focus is more oriented toward the dangers that have already been slain, and keeping an eye on them to make sure that they stay slain. So I will say that they do, in fact, stay where they're at. Are you like periodically checking on the body, or are you waiting till morning to kind of really check it out?
He doesn't want to risk losing his eyesight or his dark vision, so he'll check before he goes to bed. No, well, actually, no. He'll just check when he wakes up.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So that's your watch. Is there any discussion that two of you have, or is it kind of more of a silent one as you kind of go about your duties?
Zip was just kind of hitting on Brunhild, watching everything, sitting on the spot, just kind of honestly hoping he feels something start happening beneath him.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, he's just sitting there. He's got not got much to say. He's kind of mad because he couldn't, hit that thing. And also because he couldn't get the swans to work in it.
I forget. Does anyone else speak Giant?
I don't think anyone else does, no.
Okay. Yeah, he's got nothing. Just that was a very random question, but yeah, he's got nothing.
Okay. All right. First watch is done.
It will wake up whoever second watch is, and then Zippo will lay down on the exact spot he buried the swans on.
Okay. I believe that's Roger waking up from his trance. And was there anybody else for second watch?
I think Roger's on third watch.
Roger's on third. Okay, so it's Roger's alone on third?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we swapped Zippo and Roger.
Got it. Because of reasons.
Relative perception among other things.
Mm-hmm. Belzian and Jorvik, you are awakened for your watch.
Okay.
Perceptions. Okay.
We perceive.
All right. So while you're watching, is there any dialogue between the two of you?
Eric is just going to observe that after careful consideration, he's decided that he does not like Necrata very much.
It's kind of weird that this place is so big and empty, yet that thing just happened to find us. So, wonder if it's something like, do we smell? Was it something we said? I don't know.
How did it get that close? It was huge. I mean, look at it just hanging there. It's like the size of a tree.
Speaking of size, who got the bigger tooth? I think I got the big tooth.
I think you did too. I got one of the little mouth things. That's fine. That's fine. My ego can handle it.
I will chalk this one up to Belzian this time. Thank you. And then we'll just watch.
Yep, just watch.
What if like 3 of these things show up? We'd be like, eh.
Yeah, what happens when those headlings? What happens if they weren't killed? Do they turn into more? Do they return to the host? Yeah.
Have any of the heads moved?
None of the heads have moved. No, they still lay where they were slain, unless you've moved them, of course.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of like more introspective in terms of like how this thing come up against us. And part of the reason is probably because Zippo didn't see it and Ulrich didn't have eyes, so that's probably part of it. But yeah, it's a good question. You kind of ponder that while keeping watch over the area. Belzian, with your 19, you kind of see a similar description to Zippo in terms of like the torn up earth. The area around you is fairly clear in plane. The tree itself is kind of sagging a little at the weight of the monster. The tree does appear quite dead, but it's holding it. It's holding the weight. It's summer. It should have tree or leaves, and it's pretty much bone white. So, not much bark on it.
Spooky.
And that's my description. Do the two of you have anything else?
Nope. Just staring into the darkness and pondering.
We had first compared our trophies. Ain't that the tooth?
Aha!
Yarvik, you can't help but notice that Belzian's tooth is quite a bit bigger than yours.
Nope. Like I said, Yarvik is fine with this. Yarvik knows he got the last shot. He's cool. His ego is not at stake here.
All right. About halfway through your watch, or probably a little bit less than halfway, Roger, you waken from your trance. And I assume at a certain point, you tell them that they can go to bed. You got this.
Yep. Go to sleep, folks.
Belzian's like immediately unconscious. It's like,
Yep. Yarvik just rolls over and it's out.
Let's take a look at what's out there.
All right. Well, the 24, you see out into the plain, and it's fairly flat in this area. You can kind of see in pretty much every direction, which might be how you folks got spotted in the first place. The only object of interest in the area is this tree, right? It kind of breaks the horizon. I mean, there's some mounds here and there, right? But dips and dives, but it's relatively flat here. You don't see really anything in the moonlight. Obviously, your vision doesn't get you terribly far, but it gets you the area. So don't really hear much of anything either. It seems quieter than usual. To your ear, that normal chirping of insects isn't present, maybe because of the present company strung up. But yeah, it's fairly quiet. You feel like you could probably hear something walking toward you. Like you could hear something walking toward you if it was. I'm not saying that there is something walking toward you, but if there was, you'd be able to hear it probably.
Gotcha.
Phrasing.
All right. Well, nobody attacking us is good. I don't really have anything that I want to do on the watch, and there's nobody awake to talk to, so I'll just wait until it is time to wake everyone up.
All right, it's time.
Get up!
All right.
gladly, we finally got that rest in. So are we going to take the body with us, or in case we need it to be scary?
No.
No? What if we hollowed it out and all like hid inside a limb each?
No.
No? You could be the heads of.
No magic. No.
Oh, okay.
Zippo will unbury the swans. Any change?
No change. They're slightly dirty, but no change.
So Is the magic status, the anti-magic is still there? Nope. Okay.
It's gone.
All right. Cool. Ulrich will sacrifice that rope to stay there.
Okay.
Question for you, and this is more of like an out of character thing to make sure I'm not dumb. The swans aren't like, they're not like just straight swallowable size, are they? Like I couldn't just swallow them as Zippo.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you could try. You could fit them in your mouth because you've got, that lizard mouth. But they're not throat sized.
Okay, I'm just making sure because that was my next guess. I was like, "There's no way they're that small."
No, they're bigger than a hand, bigger than a fist.
Okay, there's one thing I haven't tried that I would like to try if I can in the first thing in the morning. The magic's gone out of the body, right?
Yes.
Can I like take the swans and put them in like the holes of the body, like where some holes are in the body, just see if they activate with like dead things?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try that.
So you find that the holes that the heads came from have mostly closed up. The skin is actually, as you investigate, slightly scarred with a impression, but the skin is smooth, as if like there's no gash anymore. There's definitely like damage points that you can see where the creature was shot or slashed or bashed, but the holes that the heads came from are there's not really much evidence except for the imprint, right? Like it's like if you get an organ removed, there's like a divot in your, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Gotcha. Then I'll find one of like the holes where like any hole really that I can kind of fit them into.
Are you gonna like cut it bigger so that they can fit? Because these are kind of pincushion holes or bludgeoning damage.
Gotcha. I'll ask somebody that has a dagger to come over and cut some holes in it for me for an experiment.
Anybody willing to help?
My hands can be like blades sometimes, but I don't think they count.
Ulrich doesn't have a dagger handy, and he will, seeing what you're kind of doing, just say like, "Oh, can I get a line of logic on what you think is going to happen?"
So vampires are closer to death, right? Or undead, almost like zombies. So thought process is maybe you got to be dead to activate them.
So
or undead.
I just feel like, well, but that.
It's an excellent line of thinking.
Yep. Well, Roger, why don't you lend him a dagger?
No, he'll dull my blades.
I guess that line of thinking's dead then.
What are we skewering the swans to Zippo? What's the plan here?
You're gonna skewer some holes into that fucking thing so he can stick some swans up it.
So, yeah. Or if you just want to cut a hole in it that I can,
I mean, why not just throw it into its mouth?
Yeah, what about the gaping hole in its torso where all the little worms jumped out of?
Are they all healed up?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put them in its mouth. See what happens.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
Can I get up to where its mouth is?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have to climb up.
I'll lift them.
Okay. All right.
Okay. How big is its mouth?
If you lift him, you're gonna get up to his chest. Because remember, this is a large creature, and you've got him upright, so he's like 10 feet tall. The full extent of a large.
I mean, what if you're small, right?
Yeah.
What if I, cheerleader lift him where I've got his feet in my hands?
We can make like a triangle. There's a couple tall, strong folk here, at least.
All right.
Teamwork ladder.
Zippo, you're gonna need to balance on him. Acrobatics. I'm not gonna make Ulrich do a strength check for this though.
Okay.
I would roll bad on this. I really would.
Yeah,
I love it.
you lift him up and he goes right down.
I would roll bad on this. I'm very upsetted.
Well, I don't feel like it's gonna work. I gotta be honest. And also, if this thing had any kind of will left, I don't think its will with the swans would be good.
Okay. Okay.
Certainly
So I'm gonna
not
go
good for.
buy one of the little ones then, right?
I mean, you could, I guess. It's maybe the same idea. I just feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe we should wait until we find a friendly undead person.
I don't have any spells that do that yet.
Have you considered necromancy?
I have actually. I gotta wait till we get a little stronger for that. Zipper will take both swans to one of the heads.
Okay.
And or is the head mouse big enough to
Yes.
fit the swans in?
Mhm.
Okay. He will. How are they big enough for him to fit into?
No.
Dang,
Definitely
okay.
not.
Okay, then he will try to put the swans in there.
Okay. Are you just shoving them in? Are you tossing them in? Like, how are you putting them in?
He's shoving them in.
Okay. Using any checks for that or no?
Do I need to?
You don't need to, but I'm asking how you're doing it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. If the mouth is open enough, Zippo's going to put them in the mouth, and then kind of hold them in there, hoping that something happens.
Okay. So there's not going to be any force damage, but since you're not making any checks, I am going to reopen my creature and do a bit of damage. Because as I said, there's several rows of teeth, right? That you're kind of shoving things into. Fortunately, you're only going to get... why is it not... Oh, here it goes, finally. Oh, wow. You take 17 points of damage as you lacerate your arm. But you do manage to get both of them in.
Alright.
Good thing we got that long rest in, right?
Yeah. With that, Zippo's gonna have them in there and just kind of be saying activate in the many languages he knows,
Okay.
hoping. Also going to say the words vampire, because maybe, just maybe. And then the name of what was it? The abyssal name of the demon guy.
Orcus?
Yes.
Or Null. Null's the common name. Orcus is the abyssal name.
Yeah, you can say the abyssal one. Orcus.
Yeah, so when he says Orcus in abyssal, everybody else hears the word Null. So that's what Null is. And abyssal, it's Orcus. So while Zippo is trying that out, is anybody doing anything in this morning in the light of day regarding the camp, regarding the scene, anything of the sort? I know Jaeger was asking some questions over the night. I don't know if he's going to be doing any lines of investigation on that. Ulrich, I don't know if you're doing anything further regarding the body or not. And then
Nope. Ulrich will. I don't know. I like I said, Ulrich will sacrifice the rope. It can stay. It can stay hanging. People can marvel at it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yarvik?
Yarvik is good to go.
Okay, so you're not doing any investigations in the morning?
I mean, no, I'm not curious enough to he spent his time pondering. It's just
Okay.
ready to move on.
Roger Belzian?
Nope. If the corpse is still dead, then my work here is done.
And just to clarify, the investigation I was talking about, Yarvik, is figuring out how it was able to sneak up on you.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could take a look and see if, did footprints, is it something like that? I'm assuming.
It would just be a survival or investigation. Survival, okay. You do indeed see footprints. This creature made no efforts to conceal its footprints on its approach. And as you can kind of see from the scuffle, there's heavy, deep gashes in the earth where it moved about. It's quite a large, heavy creature, right? So not really much masking that. You can even see some of the slither marks of the head snakes, or whatever we want to call them, kind of branching out in all directions from where they explode from his chest. But it looks like he came from the southwest of the party.
Okay, let's just relay that to the group. That is our direction of travel, so that may prove to be relevant.
More west than south, but southwest nonetheless.
Do you think there might be an encampment of them? Or it was sent by somebody who lives over there?
Hope not. I'm just amazed that something that big could be that quiet. That's interesting. It's a truly bizarre creature.
Ulrich is not representative of all giants.
In fact, I'd say I'm representative of no giants.
They wouldn't vote you even if you ran.
I mean,
Nope.
you folks did kind of run, didn't you?
And they didn't vote for him.
Nope.
They voted with their teeth.
Plus, Ulrich is a monarchist. He wouldn't want to be a representative.
So what if we bring democracy to Necrata? I don't think it would work. Should we investigate the westish where it came from, or do you think we should, alter our course a bit more south and avoid it? Maybe it was the only one.
I would say we could follow it back to its lair.
There could be
Why?
treasure.
Treasure.
Oh,
Or more teeth.
all right.
Yeah, or more
Oh.
teeth.
Yeah, exactly. That's. I'll be honest. I have no interest in ever meeting that thing again.
So
So I
best
say
to
we
go
avoid.
where it is right now.
Yarvik believes in moderation in all things, including the collection of teeth. So,
Even duck sausage.
well, everybody slips up every once in a while.
Yeah. No, I say we go more south than west. Just get away from its trail a little bit, then pick back up where it seems appropriate.
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
Well,
Zippo, you get your toys back?
Yeah, if nothing happens, we'll put them back up. Very saddened his idea didn't work.
I'll tell you what, buddy. As soon as we find someone who knows other types of magic than you, maybe someone will know how to identify it.
You know, that would be good magic to learn.
It would probably be a good spell to have, yeah.
Looks like we march. If everyone's done here.
Yeah, Zippo put the swans back in his regular bag, and then he will hop on Brunhild and have her follow behind the party while before he gets on Brunhild, he'll go down and get his orb. Because, he missed not being connected to it, so now he's got to hold it. And then he'll get on Brunhild, have her follow Ulrich, and go into the orb for a couple minutes. See what he sees,
Roll a perception check.
Come on, give me a nat 20. Give me the best perception ever. That's not bad. 16.
Okay. You don't notice anything new from my previous descriptions. Nothing of interest at the moment in space.
Gotcha. One of these days I'll see a dragon.
Okay. So the party is heading out. What are you doing with Brunhild?
I'm just gonna ride on Brunhild for now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's kind of following the party while I'm doing shenanigans with either my orb or the swans.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because I'm pretty sure I remember trying it, but I tried to attune to the swans before, right?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I did, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. So you're heading south-ish? Is that what I heard? As a group?
South-ish, to be precise.
So back more toward the river? Did I move? I didn't move. No. Okay. Bam. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're here.
Heck yeah.
So the line...
Go.
Go ahead.
I said, look at us go.
So the line kind of was going this way of footprints. So feel free to tell me where you folks are going.
I do like the concept of treasure.
Just going straight down? Okay, all right. Works for me. All right, the party begins moving south. All right, those who are keeping watch while we travel, go ahead and roll. Wow, nat 20 from Jaeger, which is matched by Roger. Roger only rolled a 10, right? No, 9.
It is impossible for me to roll lower than a 10 on perception. I have expertise.
Yeah. Got it. I see. Fascinating. Love it. Expertise. Gotta love it. All right. All right, so the party travels immediately south, and goes for a ways throughout the day. It looks like you're going to be traveling the whole day south before starting to go southeast or southwest again. Excuse me. So I won't question that for now. As I said before, the plains are fairly barren here. There's patches of areas where the grass is taller or shorter, but where you are relatively your path of travel as you head more toward the river again, it's there's some slight breaking in hills, but the grass is fairly low. Seems to be naturally low for whatever reason. That being said, the biggest thing to note is those footprints that Yarvik recognized going southeast seem to crisscross your path a few times as you're traveling. Sometimes they're going west, other times east. You actually follow along the tracks for a bit as you're heading south. It seems like this might have been this creature's territory, and it was fairly active in its patrol.
Is it guarding something?
We should definitely check it out. It could be guarding the secret to controlling the swans and Dracoligus. That's a secret I need.
No, a regular patrol means that there's an organization here.
Maybe somebody was controlling it. Could be another parent situation where we found like the one loner who's crazy good at stuff.
Well, perhaps. And it could just be a cursed spirit wandering in circles.
I do like curses.
But it's more interesting if we imagine that that's not what's happening, and that somebody was directing it to do that. Search out for perhaps interlopers or escaped slaves. So this creature might have been a slave catcher.
Or a scientist. A scientist, slave catcher, vampire, genius, recluse.
Alchemist.
I bet each of those hills off to the west of here probably house another village.
100% of the villages we have been to have been terrible. That's not a good track record.
Freehold wasn't bad.
Well,
The
Let's keep it the
circumstances
average
weren't
one.
great, but
Freehold was kind of terrible. It was definitely, of all the villages that we have been to, it was the worst.
the village that you just were at, where all the villagers were one monster, was the worst, right? The village.
I mean, I guess technically we did go there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that we stayed or interacted with anyone, but technically we did go there, I suppose.
You zippos?
No, I do not zippos.
Sad.
I have flint and steel, probably.
I'll move the cursor.
I
down.
have a tinderbox. That's much better than flint and steel. I have matches.
Well, no one can say you're unmatched, I guess.
All right, so there was some debate about what to do with this new information. Have we come to a conclusion?
Well, I'm feeling like we have a severe lack of resources, tools, and allies that may help us with vampire royalty. And these are both the only places around that we could visit. Unless we find a cave or a dungeon or something unexpected. So I vote investigate, like
Heck yeah.
the hill area. We got out of the last one pretty okay.
All right, so
What do
I
y'all
heard a
think?
heck yeah from Zippo, so I think that's 2 for investigate.
Yes, sir.
I
Well,
heard.
we deliberate.
I don't know if Ulrich or Roger have been swayed at all, or if they're still in the no investigate camp. I know Ulrich's going to be right back.
Just got back and genuinely cannot think of a single reason why we would want to go see this. But yeah.
The argument was tools and or allies and or information.
Yeah, I mean, but Ulrich, I've made this argument before, and it's never been right in this part of this damned land. It has not been right yet.
This place is unkind.
And this time, it's not even to a fucking village,
I mean,
right?
To be fair, to be fair, all the times you've been wrong, I've been right because I've said the opposite. So
yeah, all right, buddy. Okay.
Zippo pointing out the vampire thing again.
He
will
gets
not let that
down.
live down?
He gets down low and says, "Yeah, okay, buddy. All right, let's go investigate it. You go first, okay?
Okay.
I'll be here. I'll be here to heal you when you need."
Hang on a second, my headset died. If you can hear me.
Okay.
Yep, can hear you. I'll be here to heal you when you need it, because you will, because we're heading to a damn monster den.
I think we'd be alright.
There's a chance that the monster's already slain.
Great. Can't wait to see the monsters shit.
I mean, we could go see the vampire royalty, but can you honestly say that we are perfectly prepared to sway them as we currently are?
Oh, absolutely not. I, with every single step, lose confidence of doing anything in this place.
A good thing you have a lot of confidence, hey?
Ultimately,
That's a
this is a distraction on our way to Freehold.
Yes.
But we can indulge this distraction.
Yep.
All right. So, I guess the first order of business is to follow the tracks, right? Yarvik, you tend to be our tracker.
Correct. So we're just heading south. I guess we do another perception.
Give me another survival or investigation, whichever's better. Okay. All right. So, as you're traveling, you kind of have to make an effort to weed out the old from new tracks, to kind of discern which tracks are more likely to follow that might lead you to something of interest. And after studying the tracks for some time and traveling south more, following the tracks that went south, you notice that a lot of the groupings of tracks all seem to be pointing in similar directions. Many of these tracks that are newer are return trips, whereas the older tracks are not. Using that logic, you choose a newer set of tracks that are going due west from where you are at the moment, and lead the party.
Okay.
You make several stops along your path as some tracks kind of cross over. You even find a set of tracks that seem to be a similar scene to the one that was at your camp, where there was some sort of altercation encounter. Though you don't seem to see another set of prints until there is one set of prints, but it is literally one set of prints, like 2 human-sized footprints right in the center of the altercation. So the person either appeared there and was encountered by the beast, or only set their feet down once on the ground, and they're just side by side in the middle of the fight.
Interesting. Boots? Can I tell what kind of footwear?
Boots.
Size? Humanoid?
Humanoid.
I'm going to communicate that. It's interesting. And how long ago, best guess, does you ever think this altercation, and how old are these footprints?
I would say, given that it hasn't seemed to have rained recently in this area, maybe a week.
Okay. So this is kind of in the middle of no man's land, so having somebody out here in the same mess we were in as little as a week ago.
And a week is 6 days, just as a reminder.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I will pass that on to the group.
The footprints that lead off from the altercation seem to be your biggest lead as to where you assume after an encounter this creature might head back to its den. So you follow those footprints. And sure enough, you see ahead what seems to be kind of a hole or crevice in the ground, maybe about 100 feet. Looking ahead, Roger, you see this too.
How big around did you say the hole was?
It's big enough to fit a large creature.
Okay.
And it descends down into the ground.
Kind of like a pit or like a cave that's dug down and at an angle.
So it's a cave, but it doesn't alter the surface. There's like a slight mound. So it's a hole with an incline, and then it gets capped by the earth.
Gotcha.
And then it continues to descend.
Well, we found the monster den.
Indeed.
You see that several other tracks lead to and from this hole. As in, like, the same types of tracks as before.
If I listen How close are we to the hole?
100 feet.
That's pretty far away from the hole. So who wants to go up to the scary monster hole?
Not it.
I mean, I could go. But just a hole in the ground, how scary could it be? Do you think they plant these monsters like carrots or something? Like, come on.
Well, I was going to sneak up to listen at it.
I think you guys might be better at stealth than I am.
How much better are elf ears than half elf ears?
At least halfway, right?
I'd say double.
Twice as good.
Yeah.
You'll have to file those down to sharper points.
I'll work on it.
So, is somebody approaching the hole?
Yeah, Roger's gonna sneak up as best he can, trying to be quiet, and then give a listen in front of the hole to see if he can hear anything.
Okay. So you are you stealthing? Yes, you are. 29 and 22 for perception. How do you approach it? Are you approaching it like straight on? Are you kind of looping around so that you're not approaching from the incline? Like, what's your plan of action?
Yeah, I'm going to be approaching from the other side so that I won't be visible from somebody inside the hole looking out.
Okay. All right. So you approach the hole, kind of looping around. The rest of the group kind of watches. You approach the hole quietly, cautiously. You're not really able to hear any dangerous sounds like of a creature as large as that moving around, or none of the jittering noises that the mouths made that you probably will have haunt your nightmares for some time. None of that seems to be the case. Instead, you hear a hum. Like somebody humming.
Like they're humming a tune?
It's less of a tune and more of a just like a wandering lyric, like a stuff like that.
Interesting. I will inform the party. It sounds like somebody's humming absent-mindedly down there.
Like humming a song? Like, does it sound like they're doing a funeral dirge, or like they're happy that they have treasure kind of humming?
Not like a song. Like they're in the midst of some other activity and are just kind of absent-mindedly making noise.
But it sounds kind of like a person.
What qualifies as a person here in Necron?
Fair enough. But at least we know it's not one of those big creature things at the moment.
Well, if you guys want to come knocking, I'll be happy to stay hidden up here. And in that way, I could help get the drop on them if things do come to blows.
Before we do that, I would like to put Brunhild into the bag of hoarding.
Okay. Does that mean you're approaching? Is anybody
Yes.
coming with Zippo?
Yeah, party, are we going? It's not dangerous yet.
This has worked out so well for us every time we've tried to do this so far in Necrata. Sure, let's do it again.
Yep, one of these times death will stick.
It could prevent one thing from waking us up in the middle of the night. That's fine with me.
I specifically recall chasing down the Hydra's nest worked out pretty well for us, actually.
Yeah, and seeing that glowy orb while we were flying by and then fighting that terrifying monster, I think we got something that may prove useful.
Also, we assisted the Bronze Dragon clan by fighting one of their hated enemies, the Behir.
That's what it was called.
Got a cool orb out of it too.
Yeah.
I like our odds. Our win chances are pretty good so far.
Look, what's a little side questing between friends?
But I do want to come back to that death will stick thing. So like, if I ever go to die at one of these things, and you guys see me dying, somebody toss them swans in my mouth. That's plan F.
It's a suicide pill.
Yep. If I'm going out with the swans in hopes that it activates their magic for me.
All right. So the party, all save Roger, are going to approach the hole. Anybody staying back?
Nope.
Okay.
Are we gonna stealth like Roger, or just kind of saunter up to it?
I don't think
I'm gonna try to stealth.
Roll stealth if you got him. All right. Does that mean that Zippo is not rolling stealth?
No.
Okay. All right.
I gotta save what good rolls I have.
As the group sneaks across the field closer to the hole, Zippo walks at full speed, or at his normal speed toward the hole, kind of absent-mindedly, thinking that the group is behind him, but he kind of makes, aside from Belzian, who keeps pace with him for the most part, he's a little bit ahead. He kind of moves at a faster pace than the rest of the group, who's trying to be cautious and careful. Roger, you hear that the humming stops as Zippo gets closer to the hole.
They know you're here. I will say through the rings.
Cool. Zippo will say 2-3.
Okay. Zippo, do you go down?
Zippo, when he gets to the edge of the hole, be like, anybody home? In common for now, I guess.
Okay. Yes. Help.
Do I seem very convinced at the help?
I mean, they sound earnest, but you can sense motive if you'd like.
I would like to try to. Yes, please.
I think that's what's sense
Insight?
motive these days?
Insight, yeah.
19.
Being that you don't have many tells visually, you're just going by voice. It's as earnest as you can kind of feel at this moment.
Somebody's asking for help, fellas. Through the rings.
I'll tell them if they come out here, we can help them.
What do you need help with, bud? Are you like stuck or something?
Yes, this creature has me trapped here.
Got like a lot of mouths, pretty tall.
Yes.
Unluckers, bro. We just fought one of those a couple minutes ago.
A couple minutes ago.
You got like friends that are down there that can help us fight it when we get down there, or is it more of like a
It's just
we save your
me.
butt? I hate to be that guy. What you got to offer for us saving you?
You would be rewarded.
What kind of reward? Because risk reward has to weigh itself out a little bit.
We're gonna have to figure that out afterward. Please get me out. At least come down.
I will relay that to the rest of the party in the rings.
If this creature still has my possessions, I'm sure we can make arrangements.
Yeah, Zippo will relay it to the rest of the party and be like, so where's it going down?
I mean, he's missing his teeth, supposedly.
I don't know.
Sure, let's find out.
All right, Zippo will start walking down.
Okay. You just continue down until you see something?
That's the plan.
Why don't you chuck some light out ahead of us so we can see what we're walking into? And don't everybody go down at once.
Fair enough.
Actually, maybe we all should go down at once so we don't get split up.
Yeah, probably. That does make good sense.
All right. So Zippo's going. If anybody wants to catch up with him, you can. Zippo, you descend down into the ground. And
say I'm already here, so I'm gonna hop down into the hole, but
okay.
Remain stealthed as best as I can.
Okay. Yeah, Zippo will get ahead of you, moving at full speed, because 30, and then you're half speed because of stealth, so 15. But
my speed is 35.
Okay, well it's still 15, because half of 35 doesn't go evenly. So Zippo, you see that this seems to be a burrowed out cave. It might have been smaller at some time naturally, but it's been clawed out to be wider, presumably for this creature to fit more comfortably. It goes down at an angle for 45, 50 feet, and then it opens up after a bend. With your vision in the low light, you see a room of sorts. It definitely is a den of this creature, but it has some amenities, some furniture, but they're all in large size. It seems like this creature must have fashioned rudimentary furniture for itself. And one thing that it has is hooks and shackles hanging from the ceiling, made out of stone. It quickly turned to stone after you got to a certain depth. Hanging upside down from these shackles and hooks is one individual, presumably the person that you're talking to. Hello. You said we? Where are your friends?
I am we. I'm Zippo. I count as more than one person.
What does this person look like?
They are pale, with dark hair. He seems glad to see you, and bears fangs openly and pointed ears. This seems to be a vampire of small stature, very similar size to Zippo. More similar to the image that Zippo saw in his obsidian. This is a vampire. And that's where we're going to end session.
Ta-da!
Sorry to go over by 3 minutes, but thank you for hanging in there, folks. Everybody good for 2 weeks from today?
Should be, yeah.
It should be.
Okay, that'll be January 30th. All right.
3 sessions in 1 month.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, folks, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time for another episode of this campaign. But in the meantime, be safe, be well, and be excellent. Have a great night. Bye.